So how could the average American family, let alone the average American senior, afford to keep the maintenance up on their home? The price of all these things are staggering. Want to share them with you. Also share with you how there could be some solutions you may not have thought of. As you think through keeping up a house, it is an awesome, awesome investment. But the challenge is, it is not a maintenance-free investment. There are things you got to do to keep the value of the home up. Lots of things. Kind of think through, if you're going to keep your house even in just normal working order, what do you have to do? Well, there's a few things just thinking through around my house. As you can see, fortunately or unfortunately, we've got grass. So we've got to pay to have that cut. So that adds up. And then if you're like most people, we've got a roof. We've got to take care of that roof. And over time, it either has to be replaced or at least kept up. If you're like me and we're in the South, you like HVAC. You got to have that AC in the South. That's an annual maintenance as well as repairs on the HVAC. Now, if you live by yourself, not as much, but if you have kids, you have family, you have kids visit, plumbing and this and that, and working on the water, all those type of things. So you have plumbing maintenance that comes up. Now, a lot of us have really strong sun as well. So every so often, you're going to need to get the home painted. You're going to need to keep it up. You're going to need to do interior, exterior painting, all those type of things. I'm not even listing all of them, but if you add up from the painting to the HVAC to the roof to the lawn mowing, changing the air filters, all those type of things, on the low end, you could be at $3,000, depending on any other repairs that you have going on. I've seen reports as high as $5,000 a year to keep that up. And it depends on the size of your home, depends on where you are, the climate and area. It's $3,000 to $5,000. So if you take those and divide them by 12, $3,000 divided by 12, that's an extra $250 a month. $5,000, you're looking at over $400 a month. So I don't know about you, but there is a lot of American families, a lot of American seniors that couldn't handle an extra $400, $500, $600 a month. So what do you think most people do if they don't have the money for those maintenance? They don't have the money to keep their house up. What do you think happens? What do you think happens? If you can't decide between paying your house payment, paying your car payment, or paying for maintenance on your home, what happens to the maintenance? There's a phrase that appraisers use. It's called deferred maintenance. So what that is maintenance you never got around to. And you know what it does? It lowers the value of the home, unfortunately. But you want to hear some good news after all that bad news? Homes have skyrocketed. Homes value is higher than they've ever been. So what's the solution? Well, you can use the house to work on the house. You can use some of that newfound skyrocketing equity, meaning use inflation in your favor to work on the house. So you can use some of all that growth in the value, all the equity that's exploded, you can use that to work on your home. We have several different solutions that you can use. We look forward to sharing them with you. If you're 62 and older, we have some unique options. You can even get your hands on the equity and not have a monthly payment. Now, I know it sounds good to be true. Sorry, I got tongue-tied. And what they say, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. It's not probably is. There's just pros and cons of everything. There's the good and the bad. So please check out some of the other videos where we walk through the pros and cons of the home equity conversion, the HECM. This is the FHA's version of a reverse mortgage. They've kept all the good stuff, got rid of the bad stuff. You still own your house. You can still sell your house, still pass it on to family members, but you're not required to make a payment. So use some equity, make payments if you want to, but you're not required. I don't know about you, but I love flexibility, and it gives seniors flexibility with their money. So really some cool solutions, really some cool features, and some great ways to reclaim the maintenance on your home. Work on it, keep the value up for the future just by using a little bit of the equity. So if you'd like to learn more, please reach out to me. My direct line is 615-400-6764. Please subscribe, please share. Our goal is to serve as many seniors as possible, and please get this message out. Thanks again. We'll talk with you soon. Have an awesome, awesome day.